All right, perfect. Well, guys, officially welcome to today's free live software class for Credit Heroes. Again, I love these classes. They're one of my highlights of the week when I get to work with you. More importantly, because I understand the impact that these classes will have. It'll help you get closer to where you need to be. We understand that when learning new software or new platforms, it is overwhelming, specifically if you have a couple things going and you need, time is of essence. It's specifically where you already know, you have a couple people that want to get started with you, or you already have a great idea and you just need the help. So this is why I love these classes. And we have these classes Monday through Thursday. We handle specific sessions or specific topics of our software. And at the end of each class, we have a quick Q&A where we go over today's topic. So before I get into the agenda, let me tell you a little bit about myself. So if you haven't seen any of my sessions and this is your very first one today, my name is Isaac. I have over 8 years of customer service that I bring over to Credit Repair Cloud. I work for big companies such as Microsoft and other IT firms, mainly focusing on the business side of support. When I am not working in customer support or assisting our customer support team with their daily questions, I definitely enjoy spending time with my family. All right, guys, so what is for today's agenda? So today is a really cool subject because we all need one, and it's the business website. It's 2019. I do not know of a lot of businesses that do not have a website. They do not have to be specifically a website, but at least some kind of internet presence. Nowadays, a lot of people, they want to start maybe a shoe business or a shoe sale business. They go to Facebook, they go to Instagram, which are all outlets that are really, really good to get word out on your business to establish your brand. Now, credit repair businesses, more importantly, definitely need to have a business website because it's going to be it's going to help your audience, your future clients, your leads, be able to understand who you are, what kind of services you can provide, and in other scenarios, such as if you want, maybe you want to join some kind of um, what do you call those? I don't want to say the club, but like a partnership or a community, for example. Sometimes they're going to ask you for your website. Now, if you watched the session yesterday with my colleague Maria, one of the things that we explained is that one of the items in order for you to set up your billing platform is getting a merchant account. And I do know for a fact that one of the requirements they're going to ask you is your website. So today is all about what is the web hosting services that we offer, how to make the edits in a quick, easy manner, how you can set up this business website within minutes, and how amazing and how professional these templates that we've already created are going to help you get the word out, get those clients moving, and establish your brand online. Then we're going to talk about how to add forms. These forms are so your leads can be connected back to your website, so you don't have to fish through your email and having somebody dedicated to that email folder just to make sure you don't, excuse me, that you don't miss anyone. So we're getting rid of that, and we found a way to connect your website to your Credit Repair Cloud account without a hassle. And if you happen to have your own website and you really are interested in creating one with us, I'm also going to show you how you can add those forms to your individual website. So just to flat out from the get-go, you do not need to have a website with us to connect your account. Finally, I'm going to go ahead and just give you our recommendation on setting up your business email. And we're going to dedicate 5 to 10 minutes on Q&A specifically for today's topic. Now, if you have any questions about any other sessions, or if you have any questions that are outside today's agenda, do not worry. Those questions can be answered. Simply send us an email to support@creditrepaircloud.com. Our support team are working steadfast to be able to give you an answer today to make sure that your question is answered. So feel free to send us an email. And if you want today's recording, if you want to go over that, more than welcome to send us an email as well and request for it, and I'll make sure our support team have that recording. Okay. So real quick, if you're watching me on Facebook, just want to give you a quick shout out. You definitely want to watch this session today. And if you are watching, just let me know you're watching. I really like getting some love. Who doesn't, right? So if you're watching this from Facebook, just hit the like button, hit the love button, or just tag me on the video down below. Let me know you're watching. If you're going to be watching this from a later session, do not forget to tag me on it. I definitely love to see the comments after these sessions. And let's get started. So if you're ready to start learning, for everyone who's watching me on Zoom, there's an option down below that says raise hand. So if you're watching and ready to get started, I want to see all hands raised right now. All right, awesome. All right, okay, everyone's eager to get started. So let's get started on today's session and kick this party into gear. So we're going to be we're going to get started with our session with our home button or the home tab in Credit Repair Cloud. The reason for that is because there's two interesting sections that I want to focus on before we go into the session. So first is this button. So if you have a trial and you already want to get started with your business website, you can simply click here and that'll redirect you over to mycreditrepair.com. Now, if you're watching me and you have a paid subscription, you might not know, but you actually get credit for 2 months worth of web hosting. So if you already have a paid subscription and you haven't taken advantage of the 2 months of credit that you would get for web hosting, you need to click on bonus materials. What you'll find there as well is some marketing material that's exclusively for our paid subscribers, and you can download that. But the point here is, if you scroll down, there's a section for the business website, and that's where you'll copy the promo code that you'll add on your checkout, so you can get that credit applied, and you can get the credit for 2 months of free web hosting. All right, guys, so that's to get started. So let's go to the business website so we can get started today. All right, we're going to click on sign up now. And I want to take a quick parenthesis to explain exactly what you get. So if you ask anyone, creating a website is a hassle, is something that needs a lot of consideration, because you need to talk about the psychology of marketing, the psychology of colors, how that's going to affect your clients, what is a good strategy that is going to impact your specific business needs. If each website needs to be tailored for your business and specifically for your audience. Okay, that's something very, very crucial, because you can create a really good informative website, but if it's not appealing to the eye real quick, as what I like to call window shopping, you may lose a lot of potential clients just quickly like that. Now, the alternative here is to obviously hire a web designer, purchase a hosting option in WordPress, have a really impressive website, but that's going to set you back a couple $100. And again, WordPress is a good option, and hiring a web designer is also, but why not do this on a $20 budget? Okay. Now, there are other solutions out there, and I want to talk about this. So for $19.95 a month, you obviously get unlimited bandwidth. That means that the connection you'll never have issues. You're able to host a domain. So if you register one in GoDaddy, if you register one in domain.com, you can definitely host your domain with us or for your website. You'll get access to the CRC site builder, which is where all the magic is going to happen, and we'll see in just a moment. You'll get access to cPanel. cPanel is basically the backend for all the changes that need to be made, and I'll explain a little bit. You'll get access to email accounts, so you can that are already pre-made for you. Okay, we got together with the best. We got together with the best website designers, with copywriters, and so we could go ahead and provide a solution that was easy to use and easy to update. Okay, so what this means is that for 19.95 a month, you're going to get a website that is already pre-designed with content that was made to appeal exclusively for your audience. You could argue that GoDaddy is cheaper because you can get an option for up to as low as I think $11 per month, as well as Wix. But the difference here, guys, is that you have to choose everything. You have to pick from their templates. You have to pretty much build everything. And maybe you do not have experience, and maybe you do not have the time. Okay. Now, in this specific case, all of this has been created for you. Okay. When we came up with this solution, we wanted something that was easy, that within a couple of minutes you could have up and start hitting your social media sites correctly. So everything is for $19.95 a month. Now, quick thing, you're also welcome to register a domain with us. We do have a provider in the back end that helps us lock in the registration of the domain that you want to choose, but that does add an additional cost. The $19.95 per month is a web hosting solution. The registration is a $10 per year. So it's a one-time payment per year. You're not going to be paying them per month, and which is pretty much the standard when registering a domain. Now, if you want to choose .net, .org, or .us, it's $15 per year. So most people just go with .com, and I'll explain about how you could set that up. So you would basically click sign up now. Okay, perfect. So this is where we're going to get started. So in the first section, it says, I want my credit repair site to register a new domain for me. Okay, so if you are, okay, now let's say that you want to register the name of your company or your DBA, Credit Heroes for you. Okay, so you're going to write that here and register it with .com. Now, if you have a company name or a name that you want to register that may be a little bit common, you might get an error message, or it'll ask you, it'll let you know that that's already registered. So you might want to play around with this. It's the same thing that would happen if you go to domain.com or through GoDaddy. If you try to register a domain that was already registered somewhere else, it'll pick up. It's on a centralized network, I think it's called a network. I'm not really too sure, but it does pick up if there's an existing domain. Now, if you already have your domain, guys, you'll simply choose the second option, enter the name, and you'll add the .com or .net or whatever that may be. All right, then you're going to go ahead and click continue. And you're going to get here this option that's going to detail out your purchase, okay? I'm not going to hit continue because I'm already signed in with our test account. But what's going to happen after this, guys, is pretty simple. You're going to be setting up your company, your account details, like your company name, your address, and it's going to ask you for your billing details. Okay, for those of you who are watching me that are going to be using the promo code, just go through the process, and when you go to checkout, that's when you'll be able to add the promo code, and you can apply the credit right there and then. Okay, once you're done, it'll ask you to choose a header, a picture for your template or for your website. I'll show you in just a moment how you can update that later on, but everything else will stay the same. Okay, so once you're done, completed to the process, you're going to be redirected to your homepage here, My Credit Repair site. So that's going to look like this. Okay, perfect. So here in the My Credit Repair site, you can update the billing details, take a look at your invoices, take a look at your domains. You can register a new domain if you want, also through here, very quick, and also under services if you want to take a look at this option. Now, something I forget for everyone, everyone who is watching us, feel free to, if you have any questions, make sure to leave them in the Q&A box, because Jella, who is our wonderful moderator who is helping us, shout out to Jella, she's actually helping us provide the links that you're going to be looking at here. So they're going to be in the chat box. So if you do not want your question to be lost through the translation, again, I do my best to review the chat box, but in case, just make sure to leave your question in the Q&A box. All right, so thank you, Venture Credit, for leaving your question. We'll definitely answer it at our Q&A session in just a moment. Okay, perfect. All right, guys, then we're going to go ahead and click on Edit Site. All right, we're just going to give it a minute while it pulls up. All right, perfect. So here in this section is you'll have your insights. What this means is going to show you how many hits your website is having, but only after you've actually published your website. So in order to get started and actually go into the site builder, we're going to go ahead and click on Edit Site. So I'm going to click on it, and we're just going to sit tight. Okay, shouldn't take long, just a moment. All right, perfect. So before I go into the what can you edit, what are the things you need to focusing on, the things that you really need to edit, let's just go ahead and analyze this template, okay? So what I mentioned before, for $19.95 a month, you already have a solution that's pretty much already created for you. 90% of everything is already created for you. So what this means is that, you know, getting started, it doesn't really take much. You know, the header is, you know, really professional. The text here is really going to resonate with your audience. Is going to have this video where it talks about how Bob improved his credit. So it's, you know, these videos, this infographics, and the whole, you know, the way that these images look, you know, the icons, so everything was tailored to give that sense of, you know, they arrived to the right place. That when they go to their website, they know that they got, you know, they've reached a company that's going to help them improve their credit. Okay. So everything is already created for you. Everything was already coded so that when you make changes, the alignment changes with it, okay? So it's already easy for you if you need to make any updates. All right, so you have, you know, the home page, you have the sign up. Now, once if your clients already sign up, they can click here. If they want to know more information, they can simply click sign up now as well. So everything was already created thinking of in your client. So if you went with Wix or GoDaddy, you know, you would have to come up with the content. You would have to design the icons that have already pre-designed for you. You would have to, you know, find these images, and also think about, you know, modules such as the header up here that once you make the update, you know, there's nothing else you need to do on other websites. So for $19.95 a month, it's a pretty good deal. Specifically, you know, where you don't have to worry about paying hundreds of dollars to a designer to make this work. Okay. All right, perfect. So let's talk about the site builder and the areas you specifically need to focus to have your website up and running. So the tabs you're going to be working, for example, on the toolbar up here is build, which is basically making, you know, having access to this toolbar on my left. There's pages, so you can update the pages here, the names and the hierarchy, and settings. Settings is very important because, and I'll talk about that in just a moment, but this is where you can set up SSLs, you know, security in your account, update what's called the favicon, which we'll see in just a moment. So these three sections are where you need to focus. Now let's talk about the build site, okay? On the left here, you see we have a couple of icons. What these do is that you can add elements to your page by simply clicking and dragging. Okay. Now, something to consider, guys, is that just be careful of where you're dragging. What Weebly does on this site builder, it's going to give you a blue line so you can see where that item is going to be um, added to, and pretty much is going to tell you how the width of the item. So if you're going to, for example, be adding more things down here in this section, if you're going to add another title, maybe up here. So if I wanted to just go here in this section, it tries to update it by itself. Okay, so just be careful to pay attention to that blue line, and it just that's pretty straightforward. So let's focus on the things that you are going to need to update when creating your website. Okay, the first things first, let's change this company name. Okay, now the cool thing about here is that all you have to do is click, wait for that cursor to start blinking, and just simply delete it. Perfect. Okay. And once you click outside of it, the site is going to change the width of it and the size of it accordingly. Okay, so that was pretty easy. All you do is click and edit. Now, if you have a company logo that you want to use, simply click logo. And since, again, we're working with templates, it's going to use the default logo that is with the website. So what we need to do is delete it. Yes, remove. We're going to hover our mouse over it once again, and we're going to click logo. Now we're going to get this option where you can actually upload a photo from your computer, okay? And you can upload it there. We're going to scroll all the way down, and we're going to update the footer of our page. All right? So again, all we need to do is click here, wait for the cursor to open, and then after that, what's going to happen is that we're going to get this black bar that is going to appear. What this is going to tell you is that you are in the editing mode and you can begin editing. So from the cursor, just simply delete this and you're going to add your company's name. So I'm going to do that for you right now so you can see the process. Which is going to use my arrow keys to navigate through this section. I'm going to add my company information, or the address, I'm sorry. And we're going to, if you want to update the social media icons on here that are in the footer, you can simply hover your mouse, click the chain icon, and add the link there. Make sure to not delete this, because since this is part of the template and the footer, we're not. It doesn't allow you to really add images down here, because again, this is a module and it works a little bit different. So if you delete this, just let us know and we'll have to reset everything. So just make sure you're careful with this links down here. Okay. Finally, we're going to update the information down here as well. Okay. All right, perfect. So what this means is that when you go to any of the other pages, this is already updated for you. So you don't have to keep editing this option on every single website. So again, that's another plus side of going through MicroRepair to have your starting website. Now, before I go into the other pages that need an update, I'm going to talk to you about the testimonials. Now, testimonials is something that is very, very powerful, because word of mouth will always help you bring people into your business. Now, if you do not have any testimonials at this moment because you're starting out, that is fine. I can guarantee you're going to get them soon. Okay, but if you already do, you can simply just update here, go here and ask for a quick quote from your client about how they feel with your company. Ask for their permission to upload their photo, and just simply, for example, let's say I want to update this guy, and I'm going to update it from one of my clients. I'm just going to click on it. Okay, wait for this options to open up, and then I'm going to click replace image. And what's going to happen is I'm going to be able to upload an image from my computer. And you're going to be able to do that. Now, if you do not have any testimonials at the moment, what we're going to do right now is, so you don't have to delete everything and then come back and not, drag things over, which does take some time and it's a little bit tedious. My recommendation here is just to simply delete the text and click outside of it. Do not edit, delete this element because again, we're back to square one. So my recommendation is to just simply delete. Okay. I'm in editing mode. I'm just deleting real quick. All right, it doesn't take me long. Okay, as you can see. All right, so so obviously these are stock images, and they obviously look stock images. Our clients nowadays are not easily are not really easily seriously, today is apparently the cold is affecting my speech, so we'll just leave it at that. So we're going to go ahead and delete this. Easily deceived. Okay, that's the word I couldn't find. Sorry, guys. All right, so why am I doing this? The reason why I'm doing this is because, nowadays, for lack of another word, people are not easily deceived. So they know when something, is fishy or, when it's a template. And sometimes having, when things look like a template, like when you have stock images like that obviously are not intended for marketing, because this image obviously is a stock image. But when you're having a testimonials, you want to make sure that your audience feels, that connects with that person, because again, these are people whose lives were affected by errors in the system that has been designed to make people even more poor, affecting their lives to credit, and helping banks get even more richer through situations, simple situations that could be avoided. So make sure that when you're uploading this, if you do not have testimonials, simply do this section. As you can see, it says click here to edit, but the moment you publish, this section is going to be blank. Okay, so they're not going to see that. This is just for you, so you can see where everything is at. So next time that you do get testimonials, it's just a matter of coming here and just pretty much and if you want to add an image, it's very simple. Okay, if you want to add an image, it's very simple. We hover our mouse over the image button here on my left, and be careful where you're going to put that. So don't, make sure not to put it, like, for example, down here, because that image is going to take the whole section. So I just want it to be here. All right, so I'm going to drop it. Okay, and as you can see, I am able to upload an image now. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to prepare the rest of this section. I'm looking out for the blue line where it's going to be inputted or dropped, and this section is ready to go. Okay, so so within minutes, the front page is pretty much done, and we have our company name. All right, I recommend, if you want to go ahead and have these pages available, just go ahead and click into them and make simple edits, just like I did. So if you want to do that. Now, the next page you definitely want to update is the pricing clause right here. Okay. Now, the reason for that is because since we're working on a template, you need to make sure that, for example, you update the fees that you want to make available. If you do not want to show your potential clients what are the fees that come with your business, and that's fine. You can just pretty much delete that section. But my recommendation is to make sure to update this. Now, the pricing clause also has a testimonial section that you have to manually update. So just make sure to go through the steps that I mentioned, okay? All right, perfect. So we already talked about the build. We talked about the pages website, which means, updating up here on how they appear on the header. Now let's talk about the settings tab. This is very, very important that you go through this process because you need to make sure to turn on SSL. So we're going to turn on by clicking enable. And here's a decision you basically have to make when it comes to the favicon. The favicon is just pretty much the icon that is going to go up here on the tab. If you do not want to have a logo and you're okay with, a generic one, if you delete this, when somebody goes to your website, if they're using Chrome or whatever the browser they're using, it's going to default to the icon that the browser uses, such as Chrome, that has that icon that looks like the world. So, but if you want to use your company, you can simply click upload, and you can upload one from your computer. Okay, that's pretty much all you have to update in that section. Okay. Now, next is the SEO, which is the search engine optimization section. Now, for things like this is pretty much what the information that we've seen so far with additional users is, for example, Google Analytics. If you have Google Analytics, or if, for example, if you're required by G Suite to confirm your website, they're going to give you a code that you need to add to the footer. This needs to go here, and you can simply click save. If you have Facebook Pixel as well that you want to add to your website, you can also add that here. There's also other organizations that ask you to add the badge into the footer of your page. This is where that would go as well. If there's other code that needs to go into the header, this pretty much, that's where it goes. So when you're starting out, that's pretty much all the things that you have to focus on, which is the build, which are the little edits that you can make. Okay, the pages and the settings. So pretty much the website you can publish that. The only thing that we're missing right now is adding the form, so that when a customer is interested in working with you, so you can go ahead and be able to clients can be connected directly into your website. Okay. Perfect. Now, again, I do see that people are asking questions on the chat. Please remember that we do have a Q&A section for that. Let's go ahead and go through the items at this moment, and we'll definitely discuss that at the end of our session. So thank you so much. Now, let's go and talk about how to add the forms into your web page. So we're going to go ahead and go back into our software, because we're going to connect our website. So we're going to click on My Company. All right, we're going to click on Website Tools. Perfect. All right, excellent. So here in this section, okay, this is where you're going to find this code right here, okay? So what's going to happen is that we're going to click on Copy. We're going to quickly navigate over to our website. That's not our website. There it is. We're going to go ahead and click on Sign Up Now. Perfect. Now, the first thing is that you're going to see this section here. So it's all grayed out. Okay, so what we're going to do is click this section. We're going to get this pop up as soon as you click on it, and we're going to click on Edit Custom HTML. Okay, then we're going to go ahead and click outside of it. Perfect. And then we're going to get this form. This form is exactly what you want to have on your website for people that are looking for more information, or for people that are ready to sign up with you. Okay, this is very, very important, because if you use, for example, the native one from here on the contact form, it's not going to link back to your website. So it's very, very important that you update this. Now, I did mention before that if you want to continue using your own website, you can. All you need to do is reach out to the support team of whoever is hosting your website so they can add this code. You can definitely send them this code via email, let them know that you want this code to be added to your website or wherever the page that is, and it'll propagate over correctly. To click yes, and you're going to designate which plans do you want to show up on the website, okay? And all you need to do is designate what are the what is the hierarchy that you want it to show on your website. And what's going to happen, it's going to look like this. So if they're ready to sign up, they're going to fill out all their details up here. And if you watch my session on Monday, this is pretty much the information they're going to need so they can be added into your account. And then you're going to go ahead and they're going to choose the plan themselves. Okay. And then they're going to enter their credit card details and they'll be able to be onboarded into your account efficiently, okay? Now, the other thing you also need to worry about is future partners that want to get enrolled with you. So one of the things that you'll see as you grow, as you continue to work, you're going to be finding yourself reaching out to mortgage brokers. You're going to be reaching out to car dealerships about a potential partnership between you and their businesses. Now, a credit repairs business is a big asset for these type of companies because you're going to be able to help bring business back into their funnel when it's been lost due to credit. So as you grow, you're going to be seeing that some of them might actually reach out to you. So in order to make sure that everything's efficient and that they can have a website to look at what you can offer, you're going and once they're ready to go move forward with you, you definitely want them to reach out to you. So we're going to pretty much do the same thing here. We're going to copy that code and we're going to go into our website and we're going to click partners. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing. We're going to click here. We're going to click on edit custom HTML, paste that code using the keys Control V on your keyboard, and then the moment you click outside of it, the form is going to be updated. Again, if you also want to use this in your website for potential partners, you can also use that section as well. Okay? All right, perfect. All right. Okay, so that's pretty straightforward. It's very, very easy. There's nothing you have to worry about this coding. If you're going to be using it on your website and you want it to be edited, we'll just have the person that's working on your website just to take a look at the code, or if they need them to change anything here, well, they're the ones who are going to do that. Okay? All right, perfect. Now, we're on our final topic of the day. Now, something that my colleague Jel already provided is this getting started guide. So what this getting started guide is very, very good. I definitely recommend you to set aside some time to focus on this. It is a long document, but it pretty much goes to every single thing that I talked about today and into a little bit more in depth. There's a lot of good video instructions that is going to help you to be able to get started. Okay, it's going to go through all the process on how to sign up, how to edit the site. Okay, it's going to, go through the steps on how to edit everything. There's another thing that you might find yourself that you want to update the header image that fits your demographic, for example. Now, let's say that you started with a template and you want to update the one on the landing page, okay? So let's go there real quick. Okay, so this is the page. So my recommendation is you can go to that link that Jala provided earlier. And when you come down here, you can actually download the headers actually to your computer, and you can actually swap them out for something that works a little bit more efficiently. Right now, Weebly, in this specific case, if you don't like how the formatting looks, for example, on the image, when it looks through a smartphone, you're going to have to play around on how to position that on the website, because one, it doesn't allow you to make any edits while you're on a mobile device. I'm sorry, when you're on the mobile view. which we'll look at it right now, like this. Okay, as you can see, the image does look different once on the mobile. Because we're working on templates and modules, on when it comes to making these edits, I definitely recommend you to be a little bit patient. But the more important thing here is that it's going to get the point across that your company, what your company does and how it's going to affect your, potential clients' lives. Now, if you want to change this section, for example, first of all, download that option, and all you need to do is click on it. Whoops. All you need to do is click on the image. You're going to click on Edit Background. You're going to click on Replace. Okay, and then you can definitely choose Upload a photo from your computer and add that. If you delete it, you can also, if you click if you exit out of that, you can also choose other stock images for your header if you want, but that is pretty much entirely up to you, okay? So that was just real quick on if you want to update the header. Now on to our final line of today is what do we recommend for your business email? Now, something that we've seen so far this year, 2019 was a year of a lot of weird things that happened. One of them was the great Facebook outage of 2019, which happened a couple of times. So what that means is that, web hosting, even though we try to make sure that everything is up and running, no web hosting provider can really guarantee you 100% uptime forever. Okay, there are situations that happen where that are outside of the web hosting provider's control, and there might be some downtime eventually. Now, what that means is that, or what it's recommended is that to never have your email services hosted by the same web hosting provider. The reason for that is because should the services go down, your email services will also go down as well for that time. So what this means is that any emails or any communications that might have gone through at that time, they're pretty much lost because the server doesn't know that they went through because, again, it is down. So this is why we recommend that anyone go to gsuite.google.com. They really do have a really a great option. If you go to pricing here, okay, it's very straightforward. It's just only a couple bucks a month, and you'll be able to have your domain, Credit Heroes for You, for example, creditheroesforyou.com. I can actually create it into info@creditheroesforyou.com or sales ad or support ad, all of which are very, very cheap to get started. And this will allow you to make sure that your email services are up and running all the time. G Suite is a very reliable resource for that, and we highly recommend you to do that. Nevertheless, if you want to, for example, move forward with the email services that is offered through my credit repair site, from your client area in your login details, all you need to do is simply click web hosting down here under products and services. That's going to take you into the backend. Now you can either go to email accounts here, okay, or you can go here and log into the cPanel where that information can be updated. Now, if you need more information on that, definitely send us an email to support@creditrepaircloud.com so our support team can give you the instructions of setting up, trying to set up the email accounts. Although we highly recommend G Suite, and they'll be more than happy to assist you. All right, guys. Well, once again, thank you so much for joining me today. For everyone that participated today, if you're watching me on Facebook, thank you so much. The whole reason why we do this is because of you. I love my job. This is the first time in a long time that I've been able to say that. I love my company. I love working with you guys, and I can't wait to hear all the great stories that are going to come through your credit repair business. All right, so I wish you the best of luck. I wish you a happy Wednesday and a happy rest of your week. Bye-bye, everyone.